Welcome, happy days. It is time for your NA Expert Grand Finals. 11 weeks of play here in Season 6, all culminating into this one final match. You've got Carter Garden taking on Iliad Helios for the crown, for the one team out of the myriad with 35 teams we had here in NA Expert roughly. You have one here that will be crowned champion at the end of this match. This is it. This is what we've all been waiting for. This is what everything is built up to. Yeah, it's grand finals time. Like, yes. Let's take a look. Let's bring up your bracket here and see how we got to where we are. You did, of course, have a 16-team bracket here in NA. And I mean, there were some surprises along the way. There were definitely some surprises. Crimsons, what a huge glow up from this squad. Finished 11th seeds, you know, just kind of sneaking into the postseason here. Ended with a top 3 finish, and will find themselves in the promotion relegation matches alongside Cafe. Cafe, I mean, what an outstanding story that squad turned out to be as well. A team that fought hard to get into my power rankings when I was kind of setting up expectations for this season 6. Cafe was a squad that flew under the radar. You know what? As did both of these teams we're going to see here tonight. Carter Garden and Helios, you know, you're looking at your number 2 and number 4 seeds respectively. Helios started off the season pretty damn rough and bounced back in a big way to turn around and, you know, come around and claim that 4th seed, end up with a 12-4 record overall. Carter Garden come out 13-3, good enough for your 2nd seed coming into the postseason. I didn't have either of these teams that highly rated in those power rankings I was talking about. And, you know, the expectations at the beginning of this season were very different from what we saw here at the end. There were changes from the beginning of the year that definitely affected things, right? You know, if we had known those changes were going to happen, those roster moves were going to happen, you know, we would have different expectations. I will say, I feel like both of these two squads kind of stayed relatively the same. I can't speak as much for Carter Garden. As far as changes that they've made throughout this season, I had heard that, you know, this was a team that I had slept on, that had definitely flown under my radar a little bit. But I mean, yeah, I mean, this is the same squad. This is the exact same squad from the beginning of the year. So, I mean, really doesn't look like there was a whole lot of changes from the inception of this team. Looks like the same 5 starters in your 3 Fs in Vindy and Nyanza. You can see Firefly outstanding in this particular match. And then, you know, when Firefly is getting beat down a little bit, you have Nyanza, Vindy there to step up. That trend definitely carries all the way through to the upper bracket finals, to their 3-0 over Helios. So I was thinking, man, it's tough to give a player the match here. You know, because you look at, you know, map 1, and again, you're looking, oh, Nyanza just, you know, stepping up. 22-5 there. So then later on, you see Firefly going with a 22-3. And this team, I mean, wow, have just gotten better and better and better as this season has gone on. They opened up 3-5. Oh, excuse me, other way around, 5-3. 5-3 winning record. Hello. Spoilers, that August 27th loss to Nog Academy will be the last time that somebody has been able to beat Carter Garden. And that is true all the way up to these grand finals. This is a 12-game winning streak here for Carter Garden. After, again, a 5-3 start. I mean, not the best starts. Losses to Gav, Cafe, and Naga Cad. It was at this stage, I'm thinking, okay, you know, could be like a top 8 team. You know, that's like kind of what that's giving you. That's kind of vibes that's giving you. So Carter Garden ends up absolutely becoming one of these awesome surprises. I don't know that after the 5-3 start that I would have bet money on Carter Garden going 12-0 into the grand finals. Like, this has been, and through the toughest teams, really proven themselves to be a tour de force here. I mean, you ended up taking down all the top teams, all the teams that we had. You ended up being Jurassic earlier in the season, just before that loss to Nagacat. A fantastic season, one that's going to get them pushed into Master Division for Season 7. And so that's an important metric, because Season 7 is going to carry over into 2026. So getting promoted into Master Division means that you're going to start off next year in Master Division. That is just, I mean, it's such a good place, a good way to start, you know, go into our 3rd year of this new era of Overwatch esports. So huge glow up out of Carter Garden. Helios coming into your 4th seed. Also a very, very similar story. In so much as that they have a bit of a rough start. I slept on them at the beginning of the season. Let's back up a little bit. Let me back up this story a little bit. Because Helios comes out in season 4. They go 12-4, make their way into playoffs, and fight their way with a 5th place finish, fight their way up into the 3rd place. Just have an outstanding run through playoffs. So they find themselves in Master Division, and just struggle. They don't win a single game. This one win that they're showing was unearned. This was a forfeit win. They basically go 0-14 in Master Division. And, really struggled. Really had a rough time. So one of the changes Helios made after that basically 0-14 season was swapping out Nyanza. You have Magically and 5 stick around. Helios struggled here at the beginning of season 6. We had heard that. And even that was reflected in our power rankings. But they did come out with some good wins, and especially looking back, I'm kind of kicking myself for not seeing the signs here. As we did, we have an opening win over Jurassic, although wasn't there, I think there's a caveat there. Oh, that was Jurassic didn't have discipline. Of course, whenever Jurassic lost, they just didn't have enough discipline. Both literally and figuratively, I think. But still a win over Jurassic, and a win over Archelon. But put together a very good season otherwise, and you know what? The last loss for Carter Garden was Wednesday, August 27th. The last loss for Helios, other than Carter Garden, is Wednesday, August 27th. Unfortunately for Helios, their Achilles heel is the team they find here in the Grand Finals. They are 11-2 since that magical August 27th, and those 2 losses are both to CG. So despite rough starts for both of these teams, they both turn around and put up outstanding seasons. Against my expectations. All right, we're at the top of the hour here. Carter Garden will get map pick for being higher seed coming out of regular season. So the reality of how it worked is whoever finished the regular season in higher standing gets the map picks. The way we've seen through all playoffs for both Master and Expert. Yes, very good point. Yes, Never. Yes, so your number 1 and number 2 seeds do both qualify for Master Division. There's no promotion relegation matches necessary. We will absolutely see both of these teams in Masters for Season 7. And that was kind of part of what I think I was getting at with Helios, is they're making their return into Master Division. After a very much of a struggle, are absolutely making a return here there to finish off the year. That's a really good point. Very good point. We have made it on the cellular data. Oh no. Let's get into map 1. Bound to be a doozy. Oh, hey. There we go. You saw nothing.
Ready for battle.
Again, no win. I know, right? Okay. Windy coming out with a Zarya here in this opening map. Magically, I think winning the trade there. At least a good guess with this Mago pick. Oh no! But that is 2 off the side. Just give me a quick reset. Fire Carter delivers a nice little 1-2 punch. First cap over to Carter Garden. Not to mention 45% towards this opening sound barrier. Dropper Gym, okay. Flirted with the Lucio, I think. Got everybody out of spawn and then goes back over to the break. Also, interestingly enough, we do have 5 in a Juno as well. I feel like I haven't seen a whole lot of Juno in a recent memory. I mean, it makes sense paired with the Maga. I mean, both Juno and Maga getting buffs, although Juno's buff, you know, relatively small. Magically, with a huge overrun. Finds Vindine, evens up the odds here, but loses reinforcements around them. And this is going to be Carter Garden winning another team fight. We're looking at. Yeah, this OC is immediately dropped in. Pulse Bomb layered in on top 5 too. And that is just a beautiful team fight win and a stagger on to 5 here. It was a 3 ult investment, but you save Grav Kitsu to close out this last fight, and this has been clinical. I mean, you think this is exactly kind of how this comp wants to play. Everybody groped up, Deadeye, Orbital Ray over the top. Actually ends up working out. And that is, I mean, that kind of messiness, that's what Helios have been looking for here. They're able to find it. And actually get out both Grav and Kitsu in that process. Are they in a good spot? Can they cycle them here? Oh, losing 5, not ideal. The cage fight's gonna catch 3 in it. Rally is in play here, but just dancing around the pillar with the bubbles. Carter Garden, oh, eventually will get battered down. Okay, well, they got magically. I thought things were starting to go in CG's way, but the mace to the face overwhelms. All right, Benny trying to force the issue. And just moves on to the point. This draws the ire of really the entire squad. You see, after trying to help get in the mix, meanwhile, slow help fitting off Firefly, and there we're starting to see the benefit of the brick. Firefly just got really bullied into the corner there, muscled around by, I mean, just the bash and whip shot there of Choppa Jim. Slow there to help finish it off, and it's another good fight win here from Helios. Once they grab control, they've done a good job of cycling these ultimates, just as I anticipated they might be able to. We've seen the cage fight and rally in that previous fight, and despite losing 5, they're able to win that one. Now see if they can win without slow. Nyanza has the OC into us. Oh, the sound barrier is enormous. Magically, he'll get run down. Nyanza will chase down their former tank. Steal away this opening round here in your NA Expert Grand Finals.
Let the Kitsune guide you. Fire will. 1-0. Ready for battle.
Where's slow setup at? Slow's on bridge. Ooh. After punishes Firefly, but it was Vindu who ended up winning the battle for the center pillar there. Yeah, and with that positioning, yeah, you're able to push into the back line, find both DPS. So despite Firefly, perhaps getting a little big for their britches, you're still gonna have him with first fight win and first cap going over to CG. 1-4 split. Firefly scouting and marking White Room, ensuring After doesn't sneak in. Oh, look at that. You had two go across, immediately going to run down Firefly. Slow jumped across the gap as well. So it's two trying to chase down Firefly. The other is fighting a 3v4 across the bridge. Magically, eventually able to run down Nyanza, but look how far they had to extend to get it. It's so deep. Dropback Gem loops all the way back around. That's circled all the way through White Room to regroup here on bridge before getting caught by Vindy. Oh, and Vindy hits the long-range alt fire to get slow out of the air. And the Winton swap. Working out well here. I heard Cass talking earlier in the day. I just kind of pop around different co-streamers and I said Cass. I meant Cap. And Capitology is co-stream. And was talking about how just Winston is just better than the Diva right now. And where, in the second half of season 18, we saw the Diva getting so much value. But the Winston's in such a good spot. And this was kind of in reference to watching that Map 5 banger that was GK and SSG. Firefly. Oh, gets them. Woo, fine. Strawberry Jim with a beautiful delivery. He just kind of ran past the pulse of After. After has 1 health. Fire Carter chases that one down. Fendi Primals deny a touch here at the end. Might have been a little early. There's the boop. Strawberry Jim trying to come in from White Room. Does not make it. Carter start off your grand finals with a 2-0 lead.
This ends now.
Felt pretty dominant from Carter Garden. Stats certainly reflect it. Vindy with most elims and top damage, 8,050. Nyanza not far behind that with 7k. We saw Helios try to come out with, trying to use the brig, trying to kind of change things up in the back line a little bit. And I worry just didn't quite have the same impact. Of course, you're trying to revolve around, the entire composition, right? You're trying to support the Maga. So, the Juno works really well with the Maga to provide a lot of sustain. And then, the brig can help, help with flankers, where the Juno does not help with flankers at all, like a Lucio does. So, you do have, the brig can come in and kind of help with that, but provides more sustain than bringing the... I can kind of see... I see the vision. But Helios not quite able to make it work. You banned. It was a Helios ban onto the Zarya. As we can imagine, we saw Helios running out with the... Starting off on the Maga, where we saw Vindy starting off on the Zarya. It definitely feels like a comfort pick of Vindy. The Symmetra ban in from Carter Garden, which we saw, 5 making good use of there in that previous match.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get you some quick parades here from map 2.
Initial flashpoint. Station.
We will once again get the Olga out from Iliad Helios. Immediately, Diane's just the chalky damage there out of the Sojo there in that first fight. I mean, magically tried to get it close and personal. We talk about this kind of how this comp wants to play. You know, going back into that the brick Juno, bit of a death ball-y style. Was slow on this Cassidy. They ran right in. Nyanza welcomed them with open arms and a loaded railgun. So there's the speed ring in already. Firefly harassing after trying to keep head on a swivel. I think I mistakenly said it was 5 that was on. Never mind. Never mind my Chungus brain. Woo, Tropic getting right in the face of Nyanza. Or was that for whiskey? Magically is gonna get him up both those kills either way. So interestingly enough, it felt like Helios actually played better, kind of separated there in that fight, as opposed to Death Ball up. Magically and after, able to chase down some isolated targets and trade out early in the fight. And then magically just ends up with more sustained. You know, you get into 1v1. Now the rally here to try to help fend off against this Kitsu. I think as long as you survive, Helios will be in a good spot, but the Pulse Bomb on to Chopping Chip takes them out of the fight. Now we're going to get this Orbital thrown in as well. It's double support ults invested, and no value gained here for Helios. Nice little move from after. Really good retake there from Helios. Now magically up to the high ground. You build up towards this cage fight. And just kind of body block either of these doors. Oh, you can just have slow do that. Oh, that'll be just disastrous picks. Carter Garden scrambling as they get just pushed all the way up against the ropes. What a swing back. A 0 to 99 swing back there for Helios on station. This fight's already starting. Cage fight comes down, but it costs the magically their life. Slow Deadeye into the mix. Tropic Chip is here swinging for the fences. Sorry, I felt like the icons were in the way for entirely too long there. My bad. First cap will go to Helios here. Oh, magically just goes full send from magically. After is there to at least kind of regroup with it, but the rest of the team doesn't meet up. I think the intention might have been to use one of the support ults once they get in, but the supports never catch up with magically on that epic ingress, we'll call it. I mean, granted, your hand had been forced. Nyanza was going to mow you down if you just stood in that corner. All right, so rally up. Ooh, God, this map is so hard to observe. Okay. Is it Tropic just got twofer there with the whip shot? That pulse landed. Faruski gets out. Important enough because Vindy is right back here as is Faruski into this fight. Carter Garden do get the point up to about 93%. Magic, there's a big overrun. There's the engage. There's the speed. Will the cardiac overdrive be enough? No. Nyanza gets the Colad, I believe that was. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It's just the 3-piece there for Nyanza. Hey, still beautiful, beautiful 3-piece. It'll be 4 there by the end of the fight. And Carter Garden tying us up as they take resort.
Next, Flashpoint Garden.
I thought about fighting in the street. Let me see. We're magically set up as an all or nothing position here for magically. Gets nothing with Cage. It is a big emphasis on the nothing. What a bait there. I believe it was Vindy who baited that one and got the heck out, if I saw that correctly. Oh, an epic play out of Carter Guard as they just hornswog on Helios. Yeah, I'd say that cage fight seems to charge roughly 6% faster. I mean, just going for a rough estimate by eye test feels like somewhere around 6% faster than it felt like last week. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. What is up with that? All right, magically goes into the Has. And the hit squad has been taken care of. Neutralized. Helios make the right adjustments. Start themselves off 5-3. Oop. Faruski was trying a little clever play in the back, see if they can trade, but gets stuck and themselves taken out. Oh, good play from Magically. This hazard swap working like a charm. Slow also moving into a Soj, by the way. Comes off the Cassidy. I wonder if we see a change in backline as well. Like, we just saw Shopping Jim use the rally. I feel like the Lucio carry me better here. Okay, we're tossing in Orbital. On to Vindy, who's newly swapped over to the JQ. Oh, we're trying to surround JQ. After goes in, throws the pulse. And they will eventually find that kill. Slow coming up with 2 final blows there. And Helios will move back in to take the point as it got kind of snaked out from underneath them. Keep an eye on Niantic here with this retake. Combined with the Kitsu, it's enough to just steal the point back with the aura alone. Sound barrier to try to finish the fight. Niantic leaps in, shout, try to chase Tropic Gym out, immediately claim that kill. Magically low. Slow eats a dagger while Nyanza puts a rail through Magically, and this is going to be a 2-1 lead here for Carter Garden as they take their namesake point on Aatlis. I mean, it does kind of feel like home field advantage. Oh, we're going to town center. Late kill on to after means that Helios really have to just slow down, wait at the choke. Let's give us time for CG to set up, get a defensive posture here. Take over the Tan Town Center. That is a huge downpour, and the cleanse just does not do enough. Will not get you out of the route. Magic claims all 3 of those stuck in his web. What a fantastic play. Magically with the ace. $22 and $7 here so far. It's Faruski? Okay. No, Nyanza. I was going to say, wait a minute. Is Faruski leading the server damage? Faruski has almost 8k damage in here. What the hell? Nyanza is actually leading the server, but Faruski has got more damage than anybody on Helios. Alright, slow punishes that. Care chance. Rampage out of Indy. He's going to hit 3 magically low. And Gracie alongside Carnage. It's just a lot of death. All the tools looking sharp as you like here for Vindy and CG.
Not so fast.
50% away from moving up to championship point. It's a Kitsu out of 5. You see Vinny backing away. Oh, they needed Firecarter to stay alive. Beautiful pick. Priority went out after they knew who the high-value target was. But Nyanza with another OC kill has gotten at least one, I think, with every single overclock. Actually, there may be one exception, but that's like if they're capping a point. Soundbearer from Tropic Gym does land. Magically gets a downpour in. Not sure who it caught, but Vinny ends up dead when the dust settles. 82% point flip. Slow with an OC. Magically and Tropic Gym already dead. This map might just slip away if Slow can't get something done here. Lands a headshot, but it's not going to be enough to find the kill. The Kitsu over the point. It's just making things too tough. It's 5 and after. The only bastion left here for Helios on Aatlis. After with the recall. Gets cut down. Carter Garden. Got this one in the bag, got it locked down, are moments away from championship point. Focus fire is good, the cleanup is there, and they will take the 3-0 lead.
Play of the game.
Very even down the board. Faroski comes out with 9,100 damage. God. Hey, at least Magically did enough damage there at the end to where they weren't out damaged by the Kiriko. Same can't be said for Slow. God. That's wild. You know, we're used to seeing that kind of damage output from your Wuyongs, but whew. Huge impact from Faruski in the back. We saw playing those wildly aggressive angles too. I love it. I love a hyper aggressive Kiri. We're headed to Rialto. Helios will ban a Sojourn. All right. Do you believe in the reverse sweep? Championship point here for Carter Garden. Oh, Littell, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 500 sub. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much. All right. Apparently admins are MIA, and so we're gonna have a Torb 1v1. Not on point. We can't have a 1v1 on point. It's the halftime show. Yeah, it's the halftime show. No E. All right. It's your Torb 1v1 halftime show. Come on, mouse. Mouse? Why did my mouse just glitch out? Mouse? My mouse just died while plugged in. Like, go figure. When the pedal lands, we start. Oh, I love that. I love that. All right, all right. Come spawn. All right, and oh, they were supposed to wait for the pedal to drop. Oh, slow takes the first one. Vindy. All right, it's supposed to be a best of 3. Oh, don't shoot the dancing. Oh my goodness, that's just mean. That's just mean. The admin typed, "See you next map." That's an awesome Lifeweaver skin. I actually really like that skin. Fire and after dancing together. See, this is... You're too close. 5, I saw that. 5 is over here playing Among Us. Yo, that just took my camera with you. That was kind of rad. All right, no more silly music. We're actually ready to continue here. Thank you for your patience here through our halftime performance. Halftime performance brought to you by the Boat Guy here on Rialto.
Ready for battle.
Next season, map pool is just Lijiang Tower, Lijiang Tower, Lijiang Tower.
What's that? You're hiding so far in the back line, I could barely hear you.
I want to laugh if something happened. I'm just saying.
1. Attackers incoming. Stop the aim.
Magic is going to swap to match the Diva after seeing the read. I think after making the read onto the Diva on the other side. Started off on the Winton in case, you know, Vindy, I think, had brought the Winton. We saw Carter Garden put the Winston to great effect. We're back on, well, Garden. They've won everything named Garden so far, which fortunately for them, there's a lot of things named Garden in this game. Bit of a 2v2 high ground battle going on inside this, what is this room? Inside whatever this room is. Hotel lobby. Vindy's gonna get D-Mac, but they find a kill on a Tropic Gem. I think this is actually fine here for Helios' attack. Yeah, you don't want to be losing people late. Oh, and Firefly sneaks in underneath to find that execution onto 5. That will definitely help this defense to stabilize. I thought the spawn advantage here for Helios would have leveraged them to be able to take advantage of the picks that they found, the trades that they got, but nope. Now as their respawns are coming back in, this kill on the after just going to exacerbate this advantage for the defense. A couple of shots from Fire Carter, land smack onto slow. Vinny comes in to back up Fire, make sure that Rion can get out safe. Oh, what a good return. Fire Carter drops the rejuve. Vende moves in and cleans up there with Firefly. Really good push. Defensive. Like, really good defensive slingshot there along coast side. Slow trying to see if they could cheat the careful walk up and get an opening pick, but Niantic did not peek that one. Niantic's in such an interesting spot. So go ahead and drop the zipper sights early. That lamp didn't know what hit him. Settle for a couple of shots into the Diva. Oh, but I mean, it's your high DPS for Ruski, who finds 2, will get enough damage on basically 3. Ruski with 3 elims into the fight. Firefly with the clean up and the defense hold with 75 seconds to go. So swap to a Winston. Again, this feels like magically kind of going outside of their comfort zone a little bit because they feel like they need to make this swap. Woo, that was a headshot. It wasn't quite fully charged. We got a Tide Pod thrown in. Did not see where that went. Imagine on a Firefly. Rally from Chopping Jim. Slowly but surely. Helios are making progress here on point A, but a Kitsune rush thrown right over the point results in a 2-for-1 trade for this defense. And that Kitsune was really the only thing in the pocket here for Helios. It's not going to be enough. With 17 seconds to go, a late stagger on to Magically. Tropic will swap over to Lucio just to try to get the touch. But this is an extremely winnable spot here for Carter Garden with a 3-0 lead in your grand finals. And this cart has not gone much further past what we're looking at right here and now. Tropic Gym is down. No ultimates from Helios to really stagger this out or stall this attack. Slow is down with the one ult that might have been able to make a difference. It would have taken really a miracle neutral pick. Carter Garden not allowing such to happen. It's the full hold here on Rialto.
0-0. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean, Frisco is already putting out so much damage. Having Fire Carter on this Wuyong just feels not fair. You see After's recall already forced. Fire Carter just kind of playing a load here. I guess regroups with Firefly in the Mega Courtyard. Ooh, slow. Let's get a beautiful shot in from that top high ground. Actually, excuse me, from down low here. I thought was up in that window. I guess theoretically could have dropped since then. Pressure from the courtyard will force After to make a move. After will run in and take care of Fire Carter, despite running into a 1v2. It looked like a calculated ambush set up by Carter Garden, but After sees right through it. Finds their quarry, finds their prey. So Helios just protecting this little space. This is their space. And they can't give any of it up. That high ground behind them can become quite precocious. And things are already starting to look a bit scattered after running. And Helios are kind of struggling to hold on to their space. Tropic Gym goes down. I'm not even sure. I didn't even see how that happened. It just looked like a scramble from Helios trying to keep Carter Garden at bay. And it's kind of just the name of this whole championship. Helios struggling to keep all the plates in the air as Carter Garden pour them on. And this is going to be a 4-0 championship from Carter Garden. Congratulations. You will take the crown here in Season 6.
Play of the game.
Oh, that was gross. Well, sorry. I did not mean to leave that on silly music. Here we go. Next, something a little more. There you have it. Huge congratulations, Carter Garden. 4-0. 4-0. To complete the season, they end up winning out 13 in a row. Beating Carter Garden for the third time this season. Only dropping one map. Beating Helios for the third time this season. Only dropping one map to Helios in total of all 3 of their meetings. Carter Garden only dropped one solitary map. I think Faruski has to be your MVP. Has to be your player of the match here today. Just crazy. Look at this. Look at this damage output. Look at this damage output from your Kiriko. Come on now. Look at this. Wild. Faruski has to be your player of the match. The whole team played really well. I think you could justifiably give it to damn near anybody on this squad. But Faruski was such a standout performance there, that Curie. Feels like they were outputting above and beyond what was even necessary, from their role, from doing their job. They're able to, to get some of those bonus damage in. A little extracurricular. Nianza's 3-3. It's so true. You're not wrong. It just goes to show you what their goal was. Nianza in chat. They would have reverse swept if Carter didn't get a free map. Quevster, you might be on to something. All right, GG's. Wow, GG's.